Greetings, RoomKey users. In our last video, we covered adding a new user in RoomKey. Okay, so now that we have that user, we need to make sure that they have the permissions needed to do their job. So let's head there now. So we'll go up to System Configuration and to Clerks. Okay, so my latest and greatest employee is Trainee McNewbie, and so we're going to make our active arrow point right at Trainee McNewbie, and I'm going to go right into permissions. Okay, so here is the tab that we're looking for, so I'm going to select it. Okay, so once we come in here to our permissions area, the permissions that we already have are on our left. Permissions that we don't have and are available to us are available on the right. So let's get started with adding a couple of new permissions that I want Miss Trainee McNewbie to have. So we'll come over here, and so you'll see lots of plus signs. Plus signs throughout RoomKey really just say, click on me because I have more information for you. Okay, so I will do that. And in this case, I'm going to head over to Operations. I'm going to click that plus sign. And it's going to give me so many permissions. I don't necessarily need all of these permissions. Just on that note, we do have a really terrific permission document. If you have any questions about what any of these mean, if they are still active, etc., we do have a great document that's on our support site, which is support.roomkeypms.com. You can just enter in permissions document into the search field, and you'll be able to find it that way. But if you ever need to have a little more support than that, always feel free to call our support line. Okay, so here I am in Operations. So I'm getting ready to add some permissions for Trainee McNewbie. So I can either use my mouse or I can use my manual arrow keys on my keyboard. So I'm going to scroll down here. And so in this case, I want Trainee McNewbie to be able to have this reservation 1522. And I'm going to give that. Okay, I'm going to come over. I'm also going to give 1525. So just ensure that you have encircled your choice. And now we're going to go ahead and give it. Okay, let's see, what else do I want them to have? Okay, I'm going to give them permission ID 1547. I'm going to give that. And that is it for operations. So I'm going to go ahead and post my work. Okay, and now I'm going to close that just so there's less to look at. And I'm going to head into system config also for Trainee McNewbie. So using the plus sign, I'm going to give 802, permission 802 to Trainee McNewbie. I'm also going to give them 1542. And here, that's all I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to close this, and then I'm actually going to go to the other side. So sometimes we need to remove permissions from particular users, and it's just as easy as giving them. Okay, so in this case, I'm still pointed at Trainee McNewbie, and I can come to reservation management. No, I'm going to come up here to operations. Okay, so I'm going to use my manual keys here on my keyboard. I think I'm going to scroll all the way down to the bottom. There's some of the ones that I've already given my Trainee McNewbie, but I'm going to push this one back over. So I'm going to take that away. Okay, if I wanted to, I could go right into another another user if I wanted to keep working in my permissions. Okay, so we can go from one user to another. So in this case, I'm going to remove another permission from, looks like Henry McLean. Okay, so I'm going to scroll all the way down and I'm going to remove this from him as well. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to post it. Okay, and even if I wanted to go up to the next employee, I can remain in the permission tab and go from user to user. There's no need to modify. Okay, so modifying has everything to do with the login name, first and last name, default screen, user role, and so we want to, and also password if I didn't mention that. Okay, so that's it right now for adding and removing permissions in our clerk area. Hope that answers lots of your questions. Happy training.